Ladies and gentlemen, this video is now in session. Obi-Wan 362 Gamer Law presiding, and welcome back to Pig Pulls. Furry eyebrows? Are you joking? What do I need furry eyebrows for? So I can name my my pet Lee? Like, I was only gonna do one more, but I'm not. No, I'm not. I can't just get the eyebrows. I get the leaves now, undoubtedly. Okay, thank you. At least it's a tail. And it matches the head that I got. I don't know. I really like this black pig. I want the black pig, but I don't want to pull to get the black pig. That makes sense, right? It makes sense. Anyway. Last time, we did the Zexion B event, if memory serves. Which was great. That went well-ish. We got further into the Hades Cup. But before we get started, we're actually doing something unrelated to the Hades Cup, to the high score challenge, to anything. And that is, we are combining my Toon Xions. As you can tell, they're adorable. I kept them. Did I put -10 on both? I put -10 on both of you. Great. I'm glad I did that. That's a good thing that I did. The largest reason for this is Proud Mode. If you're not aware, Proud Mode Mission 160 has in it the requirement that you can only use medals that deal 8 or more hits. You can only use special attacks for medals that deal 8 or more hits. And you have to use the 3 wishes. It's real hard, because there's not a lot of medals that buff, that do 8 or more hits and buff, so it doesn't work super great. It was one of the ones where that they retooled to be like, oh, this will make it more fun. Now what it actually does is just make it more infuriating, because they put a the Iron Golem is your enemy, and a lot of people can't figure out how in the world they're supposed to do it. Not just me, but it's like, what was it? It's like if you don't have Key Art 11, you're basically SOL. And Key Art 11, as some of you may recall, was a medal you had to pay for. You know what? Shoot, we'll just use that. It's fine. But so we're gonna combine these. That'll give me a strong reverse medal to put in that last slot of 3 wishes. Come on, give me something good. Strength plus 1,000. That's actually pretty great. I was half expecting gauges or one of the resist skills. That's what I was expecting. That's what I've come to expect out of my luck. But that actually works great, because that combined with, where are you? Chip and Dales, they're the Rangers. Chip and Dale, they're the Rangers. And we're gonna give you even more of a buff, and we're gonna... I don't know what I was gonna say next, but it felt like whatever was gonna come out of my mouth wasn't gonna be appropriate. So we're just gonna move on. But yeah, so that's what that's about. The issue is, like, if I had and could guild, if I could guild all of my World of Final Fantasy medals, they might be helpful. But I can't. If I knew that I could throw traits into them, but I could not traits, skills into them, and they would stay useful, I could do that. But as it currently stands, Toon Xion is at least a tier 5. They're all tier 3s. Even though they are super effective against everything, and she's only a magic medal, like, it still just makes more sense. Use Toon Xion. I had thought about that before anyway, was the fact that between Toon Xion and Toon Aqua, they're pretty strong. Like a 4.62 multiplier isn't anything to sneeze at. But it would take six Mickey and Brooms to do both of those. I have 4. And I need to keep my brooms for other things. So, unfortunately, I think that's the best we're going to get out of this. So, anyway, hopping into what we're doing for today. It is... Oh, and for the record, today is the last day. The day I'm recording this, not the day that you're watching it, obviously. Is the last day for the Coliseum. And as you can see, after I finished recording last night, I did a little bit, stepped away, I got a little bit further into the Coliseum, far enough. I was like, okay, we'll stop there. Came back like 20 minutes later, and I had been booted from my spot. Oh, it's Saix today. That works. I had been booted out of my spot. And so I went a little further, quit, came back, had been booted out of my spot again. Oh, look. Never mind. So I was like, okay. So today, I spent most of my time at work just being like, all right, you want to do this? We're going to do this. And completely just blew through a bunch of Coliseum. Like, I know I'll never make top 1,000. And getting top 2,500 doesn't yield good enough bonuses for me to care. So I was just like, well, we'll make do. We'll make do with just getting this far. I don't know that I have the time or the patience to push through everything else. So, I'm sure it'll be fine. So anyway, we just have to keep knocking out werewolves. That's not hard. That's not hard. Because Kex is amazing. And then final boss Xion is pretty strong. The only thing that might get me in trouble is because of his counter is my World of Final Fantasy medals. They might get me in trouble. Because memory serves about Saix, like, as you get in further, the werewolves... the werewolf's counter gets lower and lower. And so if there's a point where it gets to 10, Yuna deals 13 hits, even with both Kairi and the copy of Kairi. It's going to be too much. Let's actually figure out who we're going to be using today. I like how we have all of the foretellers available to people to use, which I think is great. I think it's nice for people to not hide their medals even during high score challenges. You know, that way if there is somebody who needs it, they can at least get the score required for the built-in rewards, not necessarily the ranking rewards. So, but that said, we're actually going to take Killer Knight. And why are we taking Killer Knight? Well, I feel a little bad for him. He's posted in the Discord a couple times about having less than stellar luck. So, just figured I'd do that. Also, as you can tell, I changed our pet's appearance. So, I think he's pretty cute. Pretty sure his name is something like Professor Porky or something like that. Professor Porkle? Porkfessor. Professork. Professoink. Oh my gosh, there it is. Professoink. But yeah, so that's where we are anyway. I'm far enough into Coliseum that unless there's a massive swarm of people, I should be fine. Which means tomorrow I'll be able to put Second Chance 3 into Kyrie EX, and I'll be in much better shape than I am right now. But it's not going to matter a whole heck of a lot, probably. Because a lot of what we do now is one-turning things. It'll be nice to have. That there's no doubt in my mind about that. But because there are still, like, the stronger raid bosses in Cross, I can't one-turn. Obviously. I'm just not strong. I know there are people with much stronger setups than what I've got, and I've seen them because they deal immense damage. And it doesn't help that basically I'm... Like, I have... Oh, crap, here it is. If World of Final Fantasy Una doesn't kill the werewolf, we will have some problems. But, okay, and it dies. So that's fine then. The problem is that my last medal, not my last one in the set, but the last medal that I just have to throw in whatever I've got, which right now is Yuna, is kind of meh. It's a meh medal. Because it's just... It's there because I need a medal. It's the strongest one I've got. Technically. Like, it's ranked highest for power. For strength, I should say. Of the medals that I have. But... Oh, that's problematic. Heart of the cards! Guide me! Probably be fine. Yeah. I was gonna say, final boss Shion is strong. Like, there's a reason I'm glad I have her. So between her and my foreteller, we're in pretty good shape. So, that said, that took care of that. That takes care of the daily of this. Let's go ahead and do the management of it, shall we? I think it was a power medal. Saix B is a power medal. There he is. And look, this time... Ooh, okay. 12 hits, gauge is full. That's excessive. Alright. Let's hope we get a better trait than extra attack, because especially extra attack on him is going to be... That's just so expensive, is the problem. So come on. Come on! Strength. Strength is better in this situation. Granted, how much do you want to bet that I was like, I had like strength or something, and I was like, oh, extra attack, perfect! Because I was naive. Go ahead and swap back over. Use the planes. It's... Oh, nope. Problem is, like, I like to keep a good collection of these, experience medals, but at the same time, the problem is, it's like, okay, I've got this great collection of them, but now what? Now I've got, 3 stacks of the the silver level of these experience medals. So now what do I do? And it's just like I've got, and they're just taking up space. All right, so let's see what the guilt gives us. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Snickers bar. Wow, it was really offended by me saying that. Like, isn't that as low as it can go? Is that as low as you could guilt a tier 3? That's just rude, game. That's just rude. And it's still just spitting at me. I'm sorry, alright? I didn't think you were going to take it personally. Jeez. Again, the problem is I only have so many Fantasia Mickeys. Like, I'm not having good luck with these guilds. Look at this. 57%, 40%. Like, it's embarrassing. This is just embarrassing. How many Mickeys do I have? I only have 7 left. I can only do this for, 1 more medal. And if Axel, I don't know what Axel is, but if it's Axel, I want to be able to do that with Axel. Axel needs extra attack. See, Axel needs it. He raises power strength by 3 tiers for 1 turn. Extra attack on him, especially because he only costs 1. Extra attack on him means I get power. I get 6 power from a reverse medal. It's great. Saix, you don't need it. HD Valid Form Sora? Not sure what you're good for anymore. Yeah, so people have been trying to give me advice for how to handle Proud Mode Mission 160, and it's so difficult, especially as a free-to-play player, because the medals to do it were, you know, you had to pay for them. Effectively, you had to buy the medals. And they were like and again, without Carrot 11, it's really hard. And Carrot 11 was a VIP medal. So, You know what, Kevin? I believe in you. Believe in yourself and in the heart of the cards. We'll get through this. Come forth, Assault Dragon! I shall be your opponent today. See, if only these guys with the counters wouldn't attack you until you ran the counter out, that would be far more interesting. It's like, okay, you didn't trigger the counter this turn, so you get to go. You get 1 more turn with which to try and defeat them. Can you manage it? No? Well, I guess you're gonna die. It's like, wait, what? I think that would be very entertaining. I wonder what that says. That's problematic. 1 second, guys. I may have just broken the game. Okay, for some reason, I actually can't do this fight. Because every time I win it, and we go on, I end up just getting those blank error messages over and over. I've tried a couple different things. I tried exiting it and going in. I tried first just closing the app, reopening it, and it opens you back in that fight, and the same exact thing happened again. I tried going to and I did a round of Coliseum first to make sure it wasn't just any fight that, you know, some fight would work, hoping that, like, that would help unclog it or whatever's going on here. That didn't work. And now I've tried doing it again, and it's not. Apparently, I'm not allowed to get any further than that in the 80s Cup right now, which is dumb, but I digress. So, I don't actually know what we're going to do with the rest of our time here. Like, it's not even bonus time in Cross, so I don't even have much desire to go do that. I guess what I could do is I could show you what we've kind of been working on for this. And again, it's been focused a lot around trying to figure out how we're going to make this work. So, just come on in. Come on in and look. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to pull Demix out and throw in Toon Shion. Now, obviously, Toon Shion will have a trait of, or will have a skill of some description for this to work. Pretty much undoubtedly. The only problem is Neku costs 5. Shiki costs 5. That's 10. She costs 4. That puts us at 14, right? And then whoever I put in this slot costs whatever they cost. Sora costs 2. That's 16. That's all of my SP. I'd love to use Toon Aqua, but she costs 4. I'd love to use a lot of things, but the cost is so high for these two and their weak buffs. Because, like, they only do for 3 attacks. They raise strength for 3 attacks. They're not even that strong. That's what I'm stuck with. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about any of this, but we'll give this a shot. The other medals are obviously there just basically as filler at this point. Put that in there. It is stronger. It'll be stronger on a tap. Well, I guess the attack boost probably would actually make the other one stronger. But I need to get another attack boost for Yuna, so that she can be on this equal playing field with Cloud. I also thought about putting Yuna back here, because she'll at least get the buff for being a magic medal, whereas Cloud does not. But that's a whole other ball of yarn, because that's a saying, right? Also, you can now clearly see my pig friend. Look at my pig friend. He's pretty fantastic with his little floof tail. So that's where we get to with that. Neku. Nothing. Which is to be expected. They're not designed to be the damage dealers. Toon Shion is designed to be the damage dealer. Let's find out how she does. Ungilted and with, you know, no skill on her? That could have been worse. However, I don't know if we're going to get much further than that with him, because there's nothing to deal with damage, and that takes all of my SP. So it's not even like, okay, I could try surviving it and just hitting him next turn. Well, I don't have any way to get the SP back, because all SP restored ones are 1 hit. The only thing I've thought about is unless I gave Toon Shion attack boost 4 plus attack prize plus Lux plus. Because I know one of the Ooh. Am I too late on that? Did the avatar boards expire already? No, they're still here. What is it? One of these avatar boards has that as one of its skills. Has yeah. Attack boost 4 plus AP plus Lux plus. That would do it. The other option is, of course, to just go with an attack boost for max gauge 1, which would also be good. The fact that we have these defense boost 4s, I'm really tempted and feel like I ought to grab like this. It's in the Bambi, and I don't want the Bambi. I want the Maleficent. If I'm gonna get one, dang it. I don't want to be Bambi. I want to be a dragon. Look at that dragon. Look at him being a dragon. Anyway. But yeah, so if you, as a viewer, have ideas, please let me know. 3 Wishes is at level 27. And all of my... Yeah, actually, I'm already showing them. These are all of my medals that are between 5 and infinity hits. So, again, it's the problem that there's so few in the way of buffing medals that deal a lot of hits, because that's just not how it's done. It's done with, you know, simple 1 or 2 hits, because the buff is the goal of the medal. So, and the problem is, the more hits it feels like the more it costs. World of Medals excluded. So, actually, what do you do? 13 hits with no attributes. Actually, that's pretty. I wonder if we could use that. I really need to pull again. That's really what I need. Because I just need more and better stuff. Because that's just where we're at. Yeah, so they deal 13 extremely powerful hits. It's not a big deal. It's just they're not strong enough. It's the buffs that I need, and it's the buffs I don't have. And that's why we have a problem. Oh, this is classic Donald. Does he get more? Yeah, he deals 11 hits after you evolve him. But if he was guilted, if he was fully guilted out, he'd be great. He was our nuclear option there for a while. Against things, and now he's kind of been pushed to the wayside. But he used to be how we handled big power enemies. But yeah, so I don't see a way for me to do this with anything I've got. The biggest option is, and the biggest thing that comes to mind is putting skills on some of these medals. And the problem is I honestly just don't have enough of them. Because what comes to mind first and foremost is this guy costs 5. That's a lot of my SP gone. I have very few abilities that will lower SP cost. I think I only have 2. So I have this one, which is SP Attack Gauge 2. It's good, it's handy, it's dandy, it's not a notebook, but it could come in handy, but I only have the one of it. And then I have this, which is Attack Boost 4 Max Gauge 0. Now I could use that for Toon Shion, And it may not be a bad idea, especially if I were to guilt her. Again, the problem is, to guilt her, it would take 3 out of my 4 Mickey and Brooms. But right now, I'm stuck. I'm trapped in this position in proud mode until I can get past it. And until I do, I can't get any of the other proud mode Keyblades. Which means there's a lot of Keyblades that I'm missing out on that would be super beneficial. I know, what is it? Darkgnaw? Its 5th slot is at... when you level it up to +9, its 5th slot is like a reverse power with a ×3 multiplier on it. Like, for my HD Xions, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. But I can't get there to get it. And it means that all Proud Mode Keyblades past where I am they're all behind a paywall. But they're behind a paywall that even if I paid, I can't get to. Again, unless it turns out that if I were to guilt both Aqua and Xion, I'd be able to do it, which is entirely possible. But I'd have to guilt them, I'd have to put the right trait, I'd have to put the right skills on them to make them do enough damage. Like, it's gonna take so much. So that's where I am. I have a bunch of attack boost 2s that I could spread around. But aside from that, like, I don't have a lot of stuff. I have some of these things that are older, I've had for a while. I have this attack boost 4. Or defense boost 4, excuse me. I do have an attack boost 4 and attack prize plus. Attack boost 2 max. This we've already talked about. And attack boost 5. Attack boost 5, I don't even know what I'm going to use that on. Something dangerous. Something deadly. Don't know what, but it will be something. So yeah, I don't know. If you have any thoughts on a good idea on how to do this, like, why can't you deal more hits, huh? Just twice as many hits. If you've got a good idea on something, I'm all ears, because I have no idea how I'm going to do any of this. There's too much on the table for me to be able to figure out. How we're gonna do any of this. I'm gonna go ahead and guilt this Christmas Sora because I want to. Take my mind off all the other nonsense, and we're just gonna call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this. I'm sorry we weren't able to do more of the Hades Cup like we had planned on, but the game is borked, and there's nothing I can do about that. And the game hates me. So, thank you all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, actually, okay, so it gave me a crappy guilt, but because he's a buffer that costs 1, that's what we wanted. Or 2. He costs 2, but he does buff. So, extra attack is what we want. If you enjoyed this video, then by all means, do feel free to hit the like button. Of course, if you dislike this video for whatever reason, the dislike button is right there as well. Comments are always appreciated, as long as they're kept spoiler-free. We need to guilt this puppy, too. But do I want to? Not right now, I don't. That one's gonna be a bit of a pain to have to redo the guilt on. I mean, this one will be too. It was an event medal, but that's not the point. Next time on Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, hopefully the Hades Cup won't still be broken. If it is, I don't know what we're going to do. And actually, if I look at the time, date and everything. 4 days left. That gets me to the 4th. I guess? Yeah, I have until the end of the 4th, so I'll have time to record it on the coming Monday, but that's it. So, and if I have more problems like this, that's going to be a big problem. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Thank you all so much for watching this, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this video, we're going to pull one more time for the pig. Pulling for one more pig part. One more pig. One more pig. Gosh, I've invested too many in this pig. Okay. Yellow pig ears. Actually, that means we have everything we need to make a yellow pig, except for the body. We have the face, we have the ears. Look at his tail. Look at his tail, it's so cute. Ah! Oh, he can't have both the eyebrows and the glasses? Nope, he's the pork crust. I'm actually not convinced that that's as cute. I think the other is more cute. I was really hoping for some legs, some pig legs. But he's gonna have to settle with being a rabbit. You're going to be a rabbit from now on, pig. So, anyway, I've done all I can. Again, thank you all for watching this, and until next time, this video is adjourned. So, literally as soon as I unplugged my capture and did the mission again, it worked just fine. So, I was like, well, let's just plug it back in and finish it up if we can. I have no idea if we can or not. I'm excited to see if we crash all over again. But you know what, it's fine. It's fine. I figure we'll at least give it a shot, then we'll know. The thing I did different was I took it off of auto. I just said, all right, you don't want to work the way you're supposed to work. I'll just do medals individually and do it that way. And it worked just fine. Like how he killed the target, but not the annoying things next to him. Like, that's a little hinky. So why were they stronger than the target? And if they were, why weren't they the target? News at 11. That's a moon gem though. So, oh, we got like 5, 7 mirrors for the previous one? I don't know. We got a number of mirrors. Marshall Monkey. Not you again. I hope you're ready to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Because you will be going down. Let's do this. 13 hits? Oh yeah, we can manage. We can manage that easy. I shouldn't have said easy, but I'm hoping that I'm not lying. Okay, decent, solid hit. Okay, that got us close. And luckily, these guys don't do anything about counters. They're not even affected. So the triple unicorn will end you. It only took a double. The monkey is mean. And were it not for double keks, I would have been royally screwed on that one. What? I only get one Fantasia Mickey B? What is this nonsense? Who could have ever seen that coming? Alright. Man, I would take... Right now, I would take a Fantasia Mickey B over that Moon Gem in a heartbeat. But that might just be because I can't get far enough to need Moon Gems. Because Mission 160 is still borked. Okay, dual Durandal. Okay. Okay, luckily these are all metal counters and not hit counters. So we should be just fine. Also, that did damage to a lot of them, and that's... like, we're doing high amounts of damage, which is odd. Like, these guys are these guys were much weaker than everything else we'd faced. And I think it was the counters that was supposed to make them challenging. And again, without Kyrie EX, they would have been. With Kyrie EX, they're just not anything. So, I'm glad I have Moon Gems, but I have no use for them. Not really. Also, I'm not sure what I'm... Okay, Hades, let's do this. Let's do this. I ain't afraid no ghosts. Bring it on. Okay. Should be pretty straightforward. He is the only problem. Oh, actually, that's a big problem because his counter only goes up to 12. Okay. So there's actually no using this World of Final Fantasy medal. Except for that. To do that. So you have to do this instead. It worked just fine, but it was the fact of if I had done that, he would have killed me. So Otto actually would have killed me on that one. So, what do you know? It worked out just fine. You think they'd give you another brooms for that? Instead they're like, here's 5,000 gems and a Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Moogle. Like, they could have made the other two things not suck also. They could have been like, okay, here's another Moon Gem, a Mickey and brooms, and 5,000 jewels. Enjoy your prizes. But regardless, that means that we managed to defeat the Hades Cup. We now have 7,630 jewels burning a hole in our pocket. So where are we gonna dump them? Maybe we shouldn't? But then again, maybe we should. No. Answer is we shouldn't. It's super tempting because we could just be like, oh, look, we could do the falling price deal again. Which would be dumb. Or I could keep pulling from Master Ava, which would also not be smart. Because there's not a lot of point behind doing that. But I did get another Mickey and brooms. Which means I have 5 now. I have 12 plus 99 plus 99 mirrors. So many mirrors. So I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can guilt my tunes. Don't know. Also, I'm gonna have to at some point actually guilt Luxords here. Again, the only problem is I'm still torn on this stupid extra attack versus minus defense. on which is better for him because he has the 50% chance of a critical. Because to me that says, oh, you take the extra attack because then you give yourself a second chance at a critical attack. But even then, his critical attack is apparently only a 3.85 multiplier, which isn't that great. So, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. It doesn't even matter. But, whatevs, yo. Whatevs. Granted, at this point, 5 Mickeys, 1 more, and I can guilt my illustrated Donald B. And then we'll be cooking with gas for that stupid mission. He's strong. He is strong. Magic strength by 5 tiers for 1 turn. That on top of Toon Shion. Oh, it would be so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And actually, if I put something on Toon Shion to lower her cost, or on either Neku or whatever their names are, this Donald would be a great way. Would be a great thing to go in the final slot instead of Cloud. If I were to put a trait on him. Skill. Jeez. I hate words. Anyway, I gave you the outro earlier, but I'm going to do a abbreviated one now. Thank you for sticking with me as I fix that. Thank you all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, don't forget, because this video is going on Friday. Don't forget that tomorrow is another ginormous 24-hour, hopefully, stream for Extra Life. Come, tune in, donate, help sick children. It's all for a good cause. So, I'll be over at twitch.tv/obi1362. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this video is adjourned.